Hi, I'm Shalene from TSC Tuition, and today I'll be talking about how long your English essays should be. It's the end of the year, which means that exams are approaching for Year 12s and also for Year 11s, and usually it's at this point in time where students start wondering if they can get all of their body paragraphs in the time that's allowed. I'm sure students are aware of the time restrictions, but I'll say it anyway. It's 3 hours long. You have to write 3 pieces, which means basically that you get an hour per section or an hour per essay. Now, strictly speaking, you don't get an hour to write the whole thing because you have to still schedule in, some time to think about it at the beginning and also some time maybe at the end for some proofreading. So realistically, you're looking at about 50 to 55 minutes per essay, and you have to do that 3 times. Most schools for their Year 11s adopt the same 3-hour time restrictions to get them familiar with the demands of the Year 12 English exam. Now, you don't have to be a particularly poor student to think that 50-55 minutes per essay is a ridiculously short amount of time to write. It is a ridiculously short amount of time to write an essay. So then the question becomes, how do you write the most in-depth essay you can write in that short amount of time? Sometimes we get students whose teachers are telling them to write something like 6 to 8 body paragraphs for their essays, particularly for the argument analysis essay. And personally, I don't think that's a realistic expectation in the exam. Maybe in the SACs, when you have usually a little bit more time, like some schools give their students 3 periods, 1 for planning, 2 for writing. Other schools give their students just 2 periods, but it's, back to back. So it's a pretty decent amount of time to be writing a lengthy discussion of a text or of the articles that you're analyzing. But in the exam, like I said, you're only given about 50-55 minutes to write the essay. And I think honestly, if you're going to be writing something like 6 to 8 body paragraphs, they're not going to be great paragraphs, sorry. A good body paragraph really needs to go in depth into what your ideas are. And if you have so many ideas that you need 6 to 8 body paragraphs to talk about them, then I would bet my bottom dollar, if I were a betting woman, that your ideas are not very broad or very deep. And in fact, I would wager that you're probably repeating a couple of points throughout those body paragraphs as well. So my suggestion is that students aim for 3 really solid body paragraphs. That is, body paragraphs that really explore your ideas at depth and leave no stone unturned in your discussion of your ideas. For those of you who are quick writers and quick thinkers, I would suggest these students aim for 4 body paragraphs, but only if they can very consistently achieve 3 really great body paragraphs already. English as a subject is not there to test how many ideas you have. It is really there to test your understanding of the ideas that you have. And in order for you to express your depth of knowledge of those ideas, we need to demonstrate that in your body paragraphs. And if you have way too many body paragraphs talking about your ideas, then you're not going to spend an awful lot of time explaining those ideas very well. So for all of our students, our advice is always aim for quality over quantity. And I'm sure that I speak for many English teachers out there when I say that I would rather read 3 really great in-depth body paragraphs that's well evidenced, well supported and well argued, rather than 4 mediocre, so very frustrating body paragraphs. So I hope that was helpful. As always, like and subscribe to this channel for more tips and tricks to achieving your best in your VCE English subjects. And if you're in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne and you'd like to have some one-to-one tutoring, please let us know and I can send someone out to you. Thanks for watching.